this way. When I go lower on my cello, I'm going this way. So when I say higher and lower, I'm talking about sound. So our sound gets higher when we come this way. Do you see what I mean?
No.
So I go up the alphabet as I'm going from open, adding fingers, and moving up. I'm going up the alphabets. So like if I were to play an A scale, I know you haven't played the A scale going all the way up, but A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. So as I go up the alphabet, I go this way on my fingerboard. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. I also, on my lines and spaces, I also go up. So the thing that's sometimes confusing to cello players is that it's not up like towards the sky. That doesn't make a higher sound. In order to do that, we'd have to turn our cello upside down. Okay, so when my fingers go this way, the notes start to sound higher. The letters go up the alphabet. Do you see what I mean?
Yes.
Okay. So I think you knew that, but I think it just got a little bit confusing here. So let's look at the second line. G, D sharp, A sharp.
Do you know which one's zero?
Nice job. Second line is perfect. Good. Okay, let's see. Third line. C, C sharp, C natural, D, C, D sharp, E flat, D, D flat. Very good. Third line is perfect as well. Good. Fourth line. F, G, G flat, A flat, G, G sharp, F sharp, G, F. Fourth line's perfect. Way to go, my friends. Good. So now look at the fifth line. We had first the D, then the G. Oh, what does that next one say after the G?
C.
Oh, it says C. I thought it said G.
Oh.
Okay, so that's a C. Then that's correct. And then F, and then G. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I lost my place. Where was I? D. Yes. A. So there's only one that's incorrect. That's the E note. The second to last one on that fifth line. What finger should we use for E?
Three.
Yes, 3. Because 2 would be E flat. Okay, let's see, bottom line. So on your bottom line, first note is F. So your next note is A flat.
Oh.
So if we're going from 1 to 2 to play a note, that means they're only a half step apart in closed position. What's a half step higher than F?
F sharp.
F sharp, right. F sharp or G flat. All right. So that you were correct. You're correct in saying that it's A flat. But it's not going to be finger number 2. Which finger are we going to need for the A flat?
3.
I couldn't hear you,
3.
my friend. So let's see. First finger is F. Second finger is F sharp, a half step higher. Third finger would be G. And then fourth finger is going to be
A flat.
yes. So that's going to be a 4. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so that's going to be 4. All right, now let's look at the next note, C sharp. So what string is that on?
G.
It's on your G string. Okay, so let's see which notes we play in third position on your G string. First finger plays what?
C.
C. So how are we going to play C sharp?
2.
Yeah, it's going to be 2. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. Nice job. All right, good. Then we go over to E flat with second finger. Good job. Then we go over to A flat. So that's not the same note we said we've been playing with finger number 1. Which note do we play with finger number 1 in third position on your D string?
G.
G. So how are we going to play the A flat?
2.
2. There you go. Nice. Now how about B flat?
3.
Well, 3 is going to be A because we have G, and then second finger is A flat, third finger is A.
Fourth finger.
It's going to be fourth finger. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now we get to the next one. So that note is not C flat. It might look a little bit like C, but C has one of those little ledger lines. If you look close at that note that you wrote as C flat, it has 2. It has one right through the note, but it also has one below the note. Do you see what I mean?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so first finger is going to play your D note. All right? So what's the second finger going to play?
E flat.
E flat. That's the note we have right there. It's E flat, not C flat. So it's going to be a 2 and it's going to be an E flat. Do you understand that one?
I'm a little bit confused. I'm a little bit confused.
Okay, so let's go back to, so those notes are the least familiar ones, right? Because we're not used to reading them. But when we have the little lines going through the middle of the notes, those are called ledger lines. When we have those ledger lines, it's like walking up the steps. All right, so when we play that C, the C that we're used to playing on our A string with 2 fingers, that C, when we read it, has one line through the C. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
Okay, so then when we go on to play the D, that we normally play in first position with 4, that one also has one line, but it's in the space right above the line. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
Okay, so this note has 2 lines. The one we're looking at there has 2 lines. That means we're going up the steps to the next note, okay? So C is one line. D is in the space above that one line. Now we go to third position, E flat or E, they're going to have the 2 ledger lines. It's a line note, but it's on the second line, not the first line. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So it's like we're building little steps in the air to walk up our music alphabet. So you were just on the wrong step. You were on the first step, which is C. When we have another line note with the ledger line, with the second ledger line, then that one is E. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Yay. All right, and then that was the last. Let's see, we had one more there. So I think that's the same thing that happened with the next note. You called the next note D, but if we look close, how many lines does that note have that you called D?
2.
It has 2. Now D should look like the note at the end of the 5th line, right above it. See the last note there, that D?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, yeah. So that's a space note above one ledger line. But this one is a space note above 2. So there's 2 ledger lines. So this is a higher note. This is we're going up and we're adding another step in the air. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so if we look up at, let's see, where's a place that you wrote this one before? Look up at the top row, the very top line, and the second note there. You wrote 4, but you didn't write the name of the note, but that's our F note. That's our note that we play with our 4th finger in 3rd position. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so I think it's getting the eyes used to reading the notes that are a few steps higher. I think that's sort of the last thing. All right, this was much better this week, my friend. Nice work. I know this isn't your favorite part, doing all the writing, but thank you for doing hard work, okay? Because the results are nice. Doing an excellent job. Okay, so let's now go on to, I think last week I didn't get a chance to hear your march. So let me hear that today, and then we'll circle around and we'll go on to your other stuff.
I have a question for March.
Yes.
For Federation, do I have to memorize it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. But that's okay. You're very good at memorizing.
Okay.
I know you feel maybe a little bit nervous about it, but I've noticed that is a skill that you're very skilled at. So I'm not worried about you. Plus, we have, let's see. We have almost 3 months. So that's a lot of time. Okay. You have ample time, and next week I would like us to pick out your next song. So we'll have the 2 songs, so you'll have them and you'll be able to work on them, okay?
Okay.
All right. So let me see you play March, my friend.
Wait, do I need my metronome?
Did I ask you to practice this one with the metronome? I don't remember.
Yes.
I did? Okay, well then let's go ahead and do it with the metronome.